Welcome to the
What the
Funnel
Podcast.
podcast. One day we will get those
I know we
in
will.
sync together. Right, today, what is coming up on today's show, Jess?
Today on the show, Paul, we have why did one food stall have a queue out the door whilst the other one had nothing?
The old starving crowd analogy.
Well, literally in this case.
Yeah.
Next up, what two words decide every build call in the company before he's even in the room?
Yeah.
And finally, how did a client get 64% more leads without spending a single extra penny on traffic?
Yeah, that one is going to be a real reveal.
What else is on the show,
And then
Paul?
also, how does a 150-year-old company reinvent itself and sell out on TikTok in minutes? And also, how do you build social proof when you're just starting out and have no queue yet? So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get into it today. Jess, what are we going to be kicking off with today?
So we'll kick off with why one stall had why one food. My words are terrible. I'm so sorry. Let's start again.
Okay.
Why did one food stall have a queue out the door whilst the other had nothing?
So this is about what's been going on this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where did we go this week?
So this week we went to a festival, which was very fun. It was in a park.
Yeah, it wasn't like Glastonbury.
Definitely not like
There was
Glastonbury.
probably more food than Glastonbury.
There was a lot of rain.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to say where it was.
well, I'm going to say where it was.
I wouldn't rather you didn't.
So there's I'm going to say where it was. There's a place called the Riverside Festival. It happens every year in Leicester, and we go to the Riverside Festival, and there is like food stalls after food stalls all across the park, or they close off the high streets and everything as well. They have music, they had entertainment and everything going on, and you go and enjoy it, right? As a parent, as a mum, and just going, oh, look at all the nice food. I go as a marketer and go, I wonder where the supply is and where the demand is, right? Because how do you stand out in a sea of noise?
That is the question.
So as we were walking down through the park, and I saw this food stall, and they had queues all day. And I remember last year they also had queues there all day, right? And in fact, I ate there last year because I wanted to see what all the fuss was like. And it was decent. It was decent food. But do you know? So this stall in particular was a Indian street food stall, right? They do weddings and corporate stuff, but it was an Indian street food stall. So what was cool about it is they had these bright orange containers, right? Did you notice those as we're going around or not? I did.
Is this where we got the loaded fries? Or
No.
is this a different one?
No, different.
This is why I'm confused.
Yeah. So we were walking past, and there was like this. It's called Indian Rooster, I think it was called.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
right. So
Yes, I remember this.
and credit to them because they had great branding, right? And
Really?
they had this pictures of roosters all over the containers everywhere, and they must have had like queues 2 deep all day, and they had about 7 or 8 people serving all day, right? So why did that work better than? And that wasn't the only Indian street food there. There was loads of Indian street food. So why does that one work so well? It was because they had a box that stood out. They obviously had good food, and then everything about the tent and everything really stood out. It looked professional. It was clear what it was. It was clear what it did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people kept coming to it. And I saw those containers as I was walking around. What was the other? You remember that other fruit that we kept seeing, and everyone?
Coconut.
The coconuts.
It was the coconuts. The coconuts were huge.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I mean, wait.
You know what I mean?
Start seeing huge coconuts around everywhere. You take notice. Okay?
Well, they had like sparkly things in them and all that sort of stuff. Curly
It was
straws.
essentially someone had drilled a hole in a coconut and stuck a straw in it.
It was a brilliant idea.
Yeah. And
Brilliant, Mark.
they charged like what, 10 quid for that or something?
Yeah. For
Yeah.
a coconut.
But again, we were walking around seeing everyone with these coconuts going, where can I get one of those
I
from?
like the coconut. You
And
don't
you-
even like coconut water.
I don't really like coconut water, but I kind of wanted one of them,
Just
right? Because it looked cool. So sometimes like the way you present something and I see this a lot with like landing pages as well, right? Sometimes you want to buy something just because the landing page looks cool, right? Other times you look at it and you go, it might be a good product, but that looks like absolute crap.
Yeah.
Right? And you haven't got that trust with it. What's interesting though is there is a concept in landing pages called fugly.
That's not just landing pages.
I'll censor it a little bit.
That's
Friggin' ugly, right? Friggin' ugly landing pages. And when you see some of those, you think, how the hell is that converting? Now, we've seen redesigns being done by like external partners. We've even done some like redesigns and hired people to do those things. And quite often it doesn't convert as well once it's been redesigned as it did before.
I was going to say sometimes it's the ugliest ones that are working the best.
Yeah. There was
Like ads are the same.
like if you want to get clear on your messaging and get more people understanding what you do, then there was like a sandwich shop in New York, right? Can you remember? I think I showed you the picture of it, and it had a massive billboard above it that just said sandwiches
Yeah.
with an arrow, right? Not like best tasting, beautiful taste buds,
5-star hygiene rated.
like it just said sandwiches
there.
right? Simple. Says what it does on the tin because there's enough people at lunchtime want sandwiches. And I think that's the key sometimes. And I've been like relearning this almost at the moment, because if you're in marketing or if you're in sales or whatever, like we get used to marketing lingo and language, right? And we start going, okay, we need to describe the pains and the desires better than the way they can describe them. But quite often, if you've got a good product, there's enough people in your market just wanting what you've got. It's like, like I'm going to tell you about the secret keys of how to unlock this crazy success, right? Rather than we do automatic A/B split testing. Done. Okay, cool. And it's like, well, what is that? Well, it's like manual A/B split testing, but you don't have to do it. It's automatic. Great, right? So there were some of the lessons that I learned from us going to the Riverside Festival, and then on the way out.
Oh.
On the way out, what did we say? What did we eat? Oh.
The most amazing bubble cone. That's how you would describe it, right? A bubble cone.
Yeah.
It's filled with ice cream. I don't even know what it was. What was in it?
Ice cream, sugar, biscuit pieces, sauce.
A lot.
Just all the healthy stuff, right?
Our 3.5-year-old loved it.
He did. We made sure he had one with us, so he didn't literally jump off the wall.
He had to share it with us.
Yeah. However, so why does a bubble cone company do so well at a festival? Like every time we walked past, it was a queue.
Because it was a tiny little thing.
Tiny little hut, right? Because it felt like there was so much variety to choose from.
When actually, probably really not.
No, because because I looked at the menu and I was like, they're actually only using vanilla ice cream.
And they're only using strawberries.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream, strawberries, and then they just had some different toppings. So I think they had about 5 different toppings, 5 different sauces. But what's 5 times 5? 25. That's 25 different varieties that they just put a nice little name on it. I had what was it, Bad Boy Bougie or whatever it was.
Bougie one.
Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't even know what bougie was. You said boogie. I was like, it's not boogie, darling. Bougie.
Did I? Yeah, so that.
You're not cool.
So that a waffle cone company did so well because, again, visually, when you go around a festival, it stands out. People look at that and they go, "What is that? I want."
It was a big
meaty thing. And very well packaged. Actually, it didn't leak everywhere. It was
surprisingly, saying they had ice cream in it and it was hot.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
So, like, the reason it worked is because it was visually appealing, and at the same time, people got FOMO, right? Because they see other people with it. So, like, how can you apply that to your marketing as well? What is the ways where you can get other people demonstrating your product for you in a way that people want, right? And this is why a lot of the times you see companies like give company t-shirts, but not just company t-shirts with a logo like these ones that just say Everconvert on them, right? If you listen to the audio, I've got a t-shirt that says Everconvert.
So do I.
However, building